Now you said you did stand up down in Colombia. What does stand up comedy look like in Colombia? Is it very similar to what goes on up
Dude,
here?
it blew my mind because like I went to Colombia because I was sick of being in New York
Yeah.
because of the pandemic.
Hmm.
Got to Colombia, somebody gave me a flyer. I was like, let's go check it out. I saw one dude just like chilling, just like super laid back, talking to the crowd for 30 minutes, a crowd of 100 people, and they died. They loved it. Turns out I'm here in New York being like, let's go to the mics, let's get past at all the clubs.
Yeah.
And so that they can pay me $40 per set. And it's just like, this is my dream, just like, and then in Colombia, the industry doesn't exist at all.
Okay.
So what happened is some kids started like seeing Jim Jeffries, seeing Schumer, seeing Chris Rock on Netflix with subtitles, and they were like, "Oh, okay, we don't have to put up in a poncho and talk about our trip to Saudi Arabia where we rode a camel, which is completely false." They were talking about, "Oh, I have Tourette's. Here's what happened." Like I have this friend who has this joke about like his Tourette's is always like this. So he's talking about the pandemic, and he's like, "Somebody told me." I wanted to go to the mall, and somebody was like, "I gotta take your temperature," and he's like, "Good luck." He's like, "Can't keep the fucking arms straight." So it's like these are kids talking about their life. They're super street. A lot of them are super low income.
Yeah.
And they start doing this little stand up. They start filming their post show conversations in a park, like in the middle of Central Park, with the guy who was going around filming each one of them. Blew up on YouTube. Blew up on Instagram. All of them have like 200,000. Between 200,000 and 500,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
And every time that I go and I do a show with them, they let me perform, not because I'm good in Spanish, but because I'm the guy who does it in English in the United States. And at the end of it, so they go to a bar, like the winery they do your show at, right?
Yeah.
They work a deal with the bar, and at the end of the night, I see them take a wad of cash, put it in the pocket, goodbye. No industry, no Hollywood, no nothing.
Yeah.
A comedian, an audience, and money. So like I'm so proud, and I'm actually gonna go because things are picking up in New York slowly. Colombia is sort of like fully open, restaurant wise and stuff. So I'm gonna go back the next month to just like keep learning how to do it in Spanish. And it's really there's a huge boom, and there's less competition than here.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, how did your jokes? You said you bombed, but how do your jokes go over? Because you're so used to saying them in English that I know French, so I know how there's male and female articles that go before words, and that doesn't exist over here. So are you now are you overthinking your set when you're doing it in Spanish in Colombia, or did you do it in English?
Well, so it was a really good learning experience because the first time I got to do a show, I wasn't like really planning on doing a show. I was just like, okay, let's go and see what happens. And so I like translated some jokes and I bombed super hard. The culture is different. When you get out there, people see someone, right? When I go up there here in New York, they hear my accent. They see like there's a little bit of doubt when I speak. They give me empathy. I talk about being a janitor, like which was my job. It's like I disarm them extremely quickly right here.
Yeah.
When I go there, even if I don't ask, they introduce me as the guy who lives in New York.
Are you like a celebrity to them though? Do they consider you like, oh my gosh, it's like Jim Carrey one?
Chill. They're chill, but generally in Colombia, the person who like gets to live in the United States, it's like the person here who tells you they have a house in the Hamptons.
Okay.
So imagine you go to a comedy club and some guy's like, I live in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
Or if they say, this guy lives in the Hamptons, the whole audience will be like, oh, I can't wait to not laugh at this sack of shit who thinks he's better than me.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, I had to start from like, I just discarded everything in English and I started telling them, here, this is you. Like, this is me and this is you. And like, the reason, like, my name is Pedro, and I've never liked that name because Pedro is a very low class name in my city. So then I started cracking this joke about how I met this woman in Miami who asked me why my name was Pedro. She said, why is your name Pedro? Why do you have a doorman's name? Did your parents want you to be a doorman? And I go, no. They named me Pedro in honor of my grandpa who works at the Ecopetrol, which is like the biggest oil company. And she goes like, oh, wow, my dad is an executive in Ecopetrol. What does your grandpa do? And I just go, he's a doorman. But then the moment I say that, they understand that I come from where they come from.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've done shows, and I've got in the south of Bogota is like the Bronx
Yeah.
of New York. They're like the lower income part.
Yeah.
And I just start and just be like, my uncle got murdered around the block because he was trying to steal a bicycle.
Yeah.
And then they go, okay, this motherfucker is not a rich kid that we're gonna hate, but he like went through the same shit that we went through.
Okay.
So it was I just had to I had to relate to them, make cultural references about New York when
Yeah.
no one
Been to New York. Now, do you have to watch what you say in those clubs? Like, you pretty much freedom to say whatever you want here, but you don't know who's the audience. Is there something that, are there things that you would just not mention in Colombia, like poking fun at the government or poking fun at law enforcement? Are there things that would get you arrested or, subject matter that would somehow upset people that you are mindful of not doing there?
No, Colombia is very much, yeah, I think when it comes to stand-up, I had a friend so the Colombian former president, Álvaro Uribe,
Yeah.
that motherfucker is a drug dealer, a mass murderer. He's like, right now, he's on trial for killing witnesses on his trial. Disappearing witnesses. He's never going to go to jail.
Yeah.
Everyone around him has gone to jail, but somehow he's not going to go to jail because he's got that much clout.
Yeah.
So my friend was doing a joke about him, and he was like, anybody let me know if I have a red dot on my phone. It was like, we were super free to joke about anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit less sensitivity than in the United States because, like, let's say, I don't know if I'm right about this, but like, Afro-Colombians are segregated. Gay people are not fully accepted.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like mass ignorance. Like, we don't know all of us.
Yeah.
But it was never systematic as it was like racism was systematically enforced in the United States, or homophobia was like.
There's laws again. Like, there's laws. Yeah.
Systematically embraced here or in Cuba, right?
Yeah.
So like when somebody insults a black person in Colombia for being black, it's like, yeah, we're all brown and we also were enslaved by the Spanish.
Yeah.
So there's no sympathy.
Yeah.
There's no sympathy whatsoever.
Yeah.
For example, I said this joke about, it's a very dumb joke where I was talking about the more attractive a people, the less they know how to cook. So I said I had a girlfriend from Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
She was awful in the kitchen. When have you seen a Czech restaurant? You've never seen one. Peruvians have never won Miss Universe, but they have the best food in the world. And then I said, Venezuelan women are gorgeous, but food, they don't have any. In Colombia, there is like 1 million Venezuelans that are starving. But in Colombia, 70% of the people are poor. So the moment the Venezuelans came in, they were so happy. They were like, we have poorer people than us. So like in Colombia, there is no Peruvian, so they wouldn't give half a shit.
Yeah.
Venezuelans are like, yeah, they're poorer than us. Blah, blah, blah. But it's like, for me, it breaks my heart. Like when I got the seamless delivery from a Venezuelan guy, and I gave him $1 as a tip, and he almost cried because he was grateful. I have fucking feelings.
Yeah.
And I care for them, and I don't want to mock them.
Yeah.
But I do want to mention that because like when I see the poverty is like it just like touches something inside.
Yeah.
So maybe by cracking a joke, I fucking relieve that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I said that joke in Colombia with all the freedom in the world.
Okay.
Then I uploaded it on here on TikTok, on the Spanish TikTok that I have.
Yeah.
And who saw the joke? Venezuelans and Peruvians. And oh my God, but my account got banned.
Oh my God.
Because my whole reference was like, Peruvians are not attractive. Dude, I got like 50,000 views and 40,000 comments from Peruvians saying my mom must be a great cook because I'm fucking ugly. And then I was like, great, I learned a lesson. Like, you have to read your audience. Right?
Yeah.
And I learned a lesson that TikTok maybe is a platform where like you're supposed to be more positive and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, I guess I'm sorry that I was so long-winded, but
No,
in a brief answer,
yeah.
In a brief answer, it's just like you can basically talk about
Okay.
whatever, and hopefully, soon enough, we're gonna get more refined
Yeah.
and not just be like,